Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, the final broadcast of the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com. It's round number 3 of the 410 Winged Sprint Cars. And yes, we are here in North Carolina, the home of the World Finals, the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers. And Tommy, it's set to be a good field here tonight. It's set to be an awesome race. And I'm glad to have you back here in the Ultimate Dirt TV booth.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm very excited to see what kind of racing we're going to get out of these 410s. Like I said before, these things are wicked, and they just a complete maniac, just fun. I don't know what else to say about these 410s. They are fierce, that's for sure, and it's definitely going to be a good one. We had a great UMP action, and then on top of that, we're watching. I'm going to watch Ernie Williams. He had a great week last week. See if he can capitalize off that.
All right, Ernie Williams will be driving the Black Diamond Motorsports 19 Designs Tim Dirt Track Simulators and Ultimate Dirt TV entry. So we'll keep an eye on some of the drivers on the racetrack. Right now, of course, we'll take a look at the qualifying. On the top 20 of qualifying will be on the left-hand side of the screen. Down the bottom left will be the driver that we are going to be watching. So, again, we'll keep an eye on, see who is going to be quick time here tonight. Try and go through some of these drivers. Devin Thompson driving car number 5, as we are just awaiting the first time to come through. Mason Hannigan with the 13. Well, let's get that into the correct spot with a, who did I say? Mason Hannigan, 13.994. The qualifying times, you got to love it sometimes. Marty Barnes, 6 quick. Donovan Ross, quick time with a 13.806. Justin Zapp in car number 3. Going to make his way around this big half mile of a racetrack in the 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Who you liking at the moment?
Well, I'm watching these guys go around, and I'm watching Shad at the moment. He is dropping a little. He was up there, but these guys are pulling out now, and he seems like he's having a little trouble finding his vehicle out there. And then, like I said, Ernie Williams Jr., we look up there, and he is second fastest right now. So it's hard not to go with Ernie Williams Jr., especially after watching that race last week.
Yeah, well, some of the cars on the racetrack, of course, driving car number 7, the D1RT entry. He's had a third, a second. He looks for a win here tonight to cap off the, we'll call a podium sweep with a third, second, and hopefully a first. Hayden Cardwell, 8th quick. Right now, we'll keep an eye on some of the other drivers on the racetrack. Coming out onto the racetrack right now, your current World of Thunder and DirtFan.com points leader, driving car number 12. It's Alex Bergeron. Harry Stewart coming out onto the racetrack. A teammate to Alex Bergeron is Jason Nygaard in 8th quick at the moment. Kendall Tucker's just gone quick time as well. So, in fact, now we're going to get to take a look at the Team ABR car number 12 as he makes his way to get the green flag here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte for qualifying. Round number 3 of the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Cars. Tommy, I don't know if you know, but lap 1, generally we keep the cars on the top side to gain that momentum. And then if the bottom side's there, you'll see the guys duck to the bottom side. But Bergeron goes 5th quick. He hits the wall, so that's going to... he won't be able to get a lap time for his second lap, so that might just not so much hurt him. But it's certainly going to take away from the fact that he may have gone quick time tonight.
Absolutely, and maybe that's something that was in his head as he was going out there, as he is one of the last guys to go out. He saw a lot of these times going out there probably, and wonder if that kind of got into his head. Because we've seen Bergeron, he throws this thing around, he knows how to sling that dirt, and it'll be good to watch him coming from that 5th spot, really, because I believe it was between Bergeron and Williams last week, correct?
Oh, now you're stretching the memory bank. You know how many broadcasts I've done since then? But yeah, no, it was actually Ernie led I think for the majority of that race, and then lost it in the final green white check at Fairbury. So, yeah, you are correct. So, 3 heat races on the program for tonight. For round number 3 of the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars. We get set to take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Heat number 1 lineup looks like this. Kendall Tucker driving the Swindell Speed Lab 00 will start on pole. On his outside, the D1RT car, Jordan Casey out of position number 2. Donovan Ross, car number 34, will start position number 3. The Team ABR driver, car number 22, Jason Nygaard, starts position number 4. At a 5th spot, going to be Anthony Lepresto in car 57. Chris Fisher in car number 5 rolls off position number 6. Position 7 will be Mason Hannigan. Justin Stoll driving car number 23 will start position number 8. Justin Zapp out of position number 9. Tanner Folds out of position 10. George Wood out of position 11. Tanner Tomasi out of position 12 with Ashton Riggle lining up out of position number 13. Tommy, who do you like in this one?
Well, we talked about it in these UMPs, and these 410s are kind of the same way. You get up on that pole, especially in these heats, these guys want to stay clean. I'm going to have to go with Kendall Tucker.
Yeah, he's going to be hard to beat, of course, going quick time this evening. Starts on pole for heat number 1. 10 laps of distance around the dirt track at Charlotte. Jordan Casey again, as we said, just like we've had over the first 2 weeks and over the first 2 broadcasts we've did tonight, the top 2 go into the redraw, so the worst that they're going to start, if you get a bad redraw, is 6, and that's not all that bad considering that if we had 4 or 5 heat races, it could have been anywhere from either 8 even up to 10 spot.
Absolutely, yeah. And that redraw, that's something, like I've always said, it's fun and it's interesting to watch. I like that. And the World of Thunder, they do a great job with that, and they like to mix things up. And that's a great little balance here for the drivers and the people watching out there. You all watching and us up here in the broadcast booth.
All right, pace truck moves to the infield. It is time for heat number 1 for the World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com 410 Wing Sprint Cars. We are green here at the dirt track at Charlotte. It's not World Finals time, but we come here anyway. Round number 3, Kendall Tucker leads. Jordan Casey in second. Third is going to be Jason Nygaard, quickly moving into the top of the racetrack. Turn number 3 and 4, lap number 1 belongs to Kendall Tucker, Jordan Casey, Jason Nygaard. Tommy, the battle is on for 4th, 5th, 6th, and even 7th right now. Chris Fisher holding off Anthony Lepresto. Donovan Ross trying to get through the middle of the racetrack. Lepresto works to the outside. Good battle going on to round out the top 5.
Yeah, and this is not like what we saw with the UMPs. The UMPs, they were kind of using that whole track here. These guys are seeming to find that groove and really go from it there. Really not seeming to try to really maneuver around the track too much. But we see a try for position here with Anthony Lepresto. He's shooting down low, or I'm sorry, that's Chris Fisher, shooting down low on Jason Nygaard.
Yeah, Nygaard in the Armada Dirt Racing Network number 22 machine falls back to position 4. And again, you need to be in the top 3 if you're going to make it through without running the B main. So a lot of pressure on here right now for Chris Fisher to hold on halfway home. 5 down, 5 to run. And, well, Nygaard's having a lot of problems over the last couple of laps. He's going to fall back to position 5 as Lepresto puts the slide on him. But here comes Nygaard back to the inside into turn number 3 and 4. Some good slide jobs early on throughout this heat race. Meanwhile, Casey, he is hanging with Kendall Tucker right now. And these are drivers that are more known in the late model scene, Tommy.
Absolutely, and that's something we talked about on the show today is really the transition between the vehicles themselves. A lot of these guys you see, they find that one vehicle that they like to drive and they drive it. But then you get these guys that they can come out and they can really sling anything around. They get the feel for about anything, and they're fast, so it's fun to watch.
Yeah, a lot of versatility with some of the drivers being able to drive anything they step their backsides into. Slide job from Casey, but boy, the lap car right there that almost played havoc as they'll get the 1 to go signal this time by into turns 1 and 2. It's Tucker to lead down the back straight away into corners number 3 and 4. Some more lap traffic right now, Tommy, but we'll come out of turn 4. Kendall Tucker going to get the win ahead of Jordan Casey. Chris Fisher home in third. Those 3 drivers go to the main event. Anthony Lepresto, Mason Hannigan, Donovan Ross, Justin Zapp. And you go back to George Woods, Tanner Folds, Tanner Tomasi, Jason Nygaard, 11th, Ashton Riggle, and Justin Stolz completes the 13-car field in heat race number 1. And how about this for a heat race number 2 on the front row? Before we go any further, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Alrighty, starting on the pole, we got David Heelman. Starting second, we got Alex Bergeon. Third, Harry Stewart. Fourth, James Grace. Fifth, Kyle Moonen. And sixth, Shad Prescott. In seventh, we got Logan Rumsey. In eighth, Dustin Hall. Ninth, Kenneth D. Payne. And 10th, John Lepresto, and 11th, Devin Thompson, and 12th, Jason Stevenson. And finishing off this one, he likes long walks on the beach. It is Nathan Kropajetsky.
Kropajetsky. There we go. Now, we actually got the correct pronunciation before we went live, so Nathan, we apologise for the butcher of the name, but I think he likes to sit on a jet ski.
That is correct.
I wonder if he owns a jet ski.
Well, I'm sure he has cropped a jet ski in his life.
Oh, all right. Hey, a couple of... yeah, go on.
We said we win if we were able to pull off him with that. Right?
We've just won the internet. That's good fun. All right, just a couple of things to note. Of course, David Heilemann, a couple of pro drivers starting on the front row, right? David Heilemann, Alex Bergeron. Let's go recap. First of all, Alex Bergeron won the 410 Pro World Championship with iRacing. David Heilemann leads. Now, I believe from what I read on his post, I think he has to finish 9th or better in this final week. And if he does so, he will actually become the world champion for the non-wing, for the USAC non-wing cars. So this is going to be a juicy front row.
Absolutely, and it's always fun to watch it over here at the World of Thunder. These guys know what they're doing. They're clean. They're fun. It's hard racing, and they are about to get the green.
That indeed they are. Pace truck moves to the infield into turn number 3. Once they get past this next U-tire, they are good to go. And David Heilemann and Alex Bergeron will lead the field down through turn number 1. Bergeron slides up, and this is what we might see for the next 10 laps. So we'll see who's going to come out victorious in this one. Heilemann got the good run through turn number 3 and 4. He leads by probably a good 4, maybe not that many. James Grace into the wall, comes off the wall down the track. Harry Stewart moves into 3rd, but he's got the 41 of Logan Rumsey up on the inside. Now, here's another fun fact about Logan Rumsey as well. He actually qualified for the USAC World Championship, but due to age restrictions, was unable to compete in it.
Well, that's unfortunate. You never like to see the young guys get left out. They're the future. Whoa, we got a guy all over, and that's Alex Bergeron.
David Heilemann's pulled to the infield. I wonder if he's had heat race fuel in, qualifying fuel in, because it's not all that often that we see Heilemann make the mistake. But man, I'll tell you what, the last time we were here last season during the daytime, Bergeron, we actually went, I think it was 30 or 35 laps, flag to flag. And Bergeron actually won it on the bottom side. And boy, that was a memorable race. Meanwhile, Rumsey puts the slider on Stewart. Now, these are a couple of young kids going at it. Stewart looking back down into turn number 3, into turn number 1, I should say. He stays on the bottom side. Rumsey up top. Here comes James Grace. This has had a lot of action so far, Tommy.
Absolutely, yeah. That first race, we kind of saw that single file action. If they were going to pass, they were going to go around real quick and file right back in. But these guys are using every bit of track, and it is fun to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, Bergeron just glued down to the bottom side through at both ends of the racetrack, I should say. He leads by 0.6 of a second. And I got to admit, Logan Rumsey, if Bergeron doesn't get up to the top shelf in these last couple of laps, Logan Rumsey in the 41 car, I think he may just have something for our race leader. 2 to go that time by, and it's back out to 3/4 of a second lead.
And it looks like the rest of the field is kind of running that top line now. They've kind of filed in, except the leader, Bergeron. And like you said, he's running that low line, that shelf down there, and it's working for him. Nobody else wants to see to really try that too much, though.
White flag is out. James Grace put the slider there on Logan Rumsey as they go into turn number 3 and 4. This time by, it's going to be Alex Bergeron victorious ahead of James Grace. 3rd up the line. Oh, that was close. They were banging wheels between Harry Stewart and Logan Rumsey, and Harry Stewart gets it. 4th will go to Logan Rumsey, John Lepresto, Jason Stevenson, Dustin Hall, Shad Prescott, Nathan Kropajewski, and David Heilemann. Then we go back to Kenneth Payne, Devin Thompson, and Kyle Moonen to round out the field for heat race number 2. Let's quickly move in to heat race number 3 with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Ten laps will be the distance once again for heat race number 3. Starting on pole, driving your Black Diamond Motorsports number 91 machine, Ernie Williams Jr. On the outside of row number 2, I believe he's just signed with the Craig Kinzer Sim Racing team, driving car number 10. That's Skylar Brown. Well, we continue on with the Browns. It's JD Brown in car number 14 out of position number 3. Hayden Caldwell, who had a couple of Browns in the UMP Modified Series just about an hour ago. He starts position number 4. Jacob Prillman will start position 5. Peyton Grease will start position 6. Marty Barnes out of position 7. Brennan Lacey lines up out of position 8. Ludovic Abusin will start position 9. Ty Williams will start position 10. Bryson Daffin will round out this 11 car field. I don't know if you see it as well, but ATVO has gone from 11th to 13th.
I did notice that. Yes, usually they skip number 13, not number 12. That's not ATVO necessarily, but the old tradition, you know.
Good times, good fun. And hey, without ATVO, we're really stuffed when it comes to timing and scoring. So,
right.
We appreciate the platform that they give us to broadcast or to show up the timing and scoring. Matt, Mike, Kyle, thank you for those follows. We appreciate it. Pace truck moves to the infield. Here we go. Final heat race of the night, getting set to roll off. Ernie Williams Jr. He has command. He stacks them up and he waits until the very last second to drop the hammer.
Yeah, and that's fun to watch these starts with these guys on the start, being able to control it. A lot of these guys try to get that muscle, if you will, right off the get-go, but Ernie kind of held back and bunched the pack up and made these guys really think about it. And then Ernie seems like that type of driver too. He's going to make you use your head, not just your hands and your feet.
Yeah, that's it. Skylar Brown, Hayden Caldwell, and Liddy come together there on the exit of turn number 4. Brown. That's Skylar putting the slider in the number white and blue number 10 machine. Caldwell back to the inside. Here comes Peyton Grease. A 3-wide battle for second, third, and fourth. Grease right through the middle, right through the slick. And here comes Skylar Brown. Inside slide job into turn number 1 and 2. Caldwell will turn their car underneath him. Again, they will drag race down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4. Caldwell's going to have second. How long for? Because here he comes. Oh no, Caldwell caught the wall. Uh-oh, Caldwell backs it in. He goes upside down. We stay green for the time being as Skylar Brown, he must be counting his lucky stars. He's still on all fours. Oh, he tags the back of Brennan Lacey. It is all happening here at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Absolutely. More excitement coming here from the dirt track at Charlotte. We've got just a few here left, 4 laps left, and we're watching a battle here between, that is the number, oh geez, I'm terrible with numbers here. Oh, yes, thank you. That is the 714 of Brennan Lacey and JD Brown. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, people wondering why.
ATVO the credit, and I give you the credit because you helped me with the scoring.
It's all a part of fun and games, especially here on Ultimate Dirt TV. 2 to go this time by Ernie Williams Jr. out by nearly over 1.4 seconds over Peyton Grease. Brennan Lacey in the white number 97 machine in third. Here comes Skylar Brown back at JD Brown in turns 1 and 2. And oh, the Browns, they are certain. No, we're not talking about the NFL team. We're talking about JD and Skylar. JD into the wall. Skylar gets into the back of him. Holy cow. Skylar's been in the thick of things right now as the white flag is out. Ernie Williams Jr., he comes off turn number 4 victorious here in heat 3. Peyton Grease will come home second. Brennan Lacey in third. Fourth at the line is going to be, I believe that'll be Marty Barnes coming home fourth. Jacob Prillman, JD Brown, Boos and Daffin, Williams there as well. Skylar Brown. Holy cow. That was unbelievable.
Absolutely. We saw Brown come around a couple times with that same move, and he tried it there at the end. It just didn't work out like it did earlier in the race, and he just couldn't pull it off there. But, man, what about Ernie Williams Jr.? Is he going to be touched tonight?
Well, there's a lot of cars around him that can certainly have the chance at beating the likes of Kendall Tucker. There's one, of course, Jordan Casey, who's also in the redraw. Alex Bergeron was also in the redraw as well. So, again, it's all going to come back down to the redraw. And, of course, we'll have that live after our 2 B mains. And speaking of B mains, it's B main number 1 on track. Let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 12 laps will be the distance for both B mains. The top 7 will go through, and of course we'll have a 23 car field for your main event later on tonight. Starting on pole, driving car number 57, Anthony Lopresto. On the outside of the front row, driving car number 22, that's Marty Barnes. Inside second row, the 157 of John Lopresto lines up alongside car number 34 of Donovan Ross. Position number 5 will be JD Brown. Alongside him, Dustin Hall, George Wood, and Ty Williams make up row 4. Row 5 is going to be Nathan Krobajeski and Jason Nygaard. Skylar Brown, Kenneth Payne. In row 6, Ashton Riggle and Devin Thompson scheduled to line up out of positions number 13 and 14. Notable mentions, Ashton Riggle didn't grid. Neither did your pole sitter, Anthony Lopresto. So that'll put his brother, John Lopresto, on pole for tonight's B main. And I don't think Jason Nygaard gridded as well.
But yeah, that's disappointing when you see a couple guys drop out here when we're coming down towards the final. But hey, I guess you got the life happens at times and you got to go. But never good to see guys drop out of a race that you want to see a good full field with.
All right, so this is B main number 1. So I'm just checking other things while I'm doing everything else along with cameras and running a stream and trying to concentrate. Top 7 going to go into the main event. Of course, they will line up the what would actually be the outside row, considering that we've taken 9 drivers from heat racing action so far. So the winner of this one will start position 10, and then of course we'll go through 10 through to 22nd as the green flag going to fly here at the dirt track at Charlotte. B main number 1, and John Lopresto leads JD Brown in second. Marty Barnes third. Now here comes the 34 of Donovan Ross trying the bottom side. You wonder where these drivers are going to run because, Tommy, this track is very, very slick at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah. We're seeing it really come together here. And I'm watching JD Brown here. He's running that high side, and we got Lopresta. He is running the middle of the track there, which is interesting. Kind of a line we hadn't seen run. He's going to run to the inside now, and JD Brown takes over the lead here in the turn. But I think Lopresta is going to end up taking it back from him here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
JD takes it, keeps it.
Tell you what, there's a lot of drive off the exit of turn before down low, and that's where you'll see the likes of Alex Bergeron. He's so good in entering the car and just letting the car roll on the bottom side, not getting the, not spin the tires. Right where Lopresto is now, right where that U tire is coming out of 4. You see how much grip there is compared to the outside. That is something that Bergeron will more than likely probably take advantage of. So we'll also keep an eye on that throughout the feature event. But you look at the likes of Skylar Brown. He's doing it right now again. I think he goes top 1 and 2, and then bottom 3 and 4. And looking at lap times, he is a half a second quicker than anybody else on this racetrack. And that number 10 machine, he is flying right now.
I was watching the same exact thing as you were talking about that, and been watching him pull through the field, and I do think he is the fastest driver out there. It just looks like he's trying to get around here, the 157 machine, John Lopresta, and he's getting held back a little, trying to keep it clean, and now he got by, and he is hunting down JD Brown. Let's see if we can keep Lopresta out of the way and catch Brown here in the next 4 laps.
Yeah, a couple of Browns inside the top 3, of course. JD leading Skylar Brown, who now jumps back into second position. John Lopresto back there in third. And let's go to another camera angle, because watching it from that one camera angle, well, it's about as fun as a broken arm. So we'll bring you different angles here on Ultimate Dirt 3 cameras that no one ever sees. Of course, we've got our start-finish line camera as well. That's probably one of the best cameras that we could have here on the racing.com service.
I really like the front suspension out of the sprint cars. On a lot of other cars, it's just kind of stiff and doesn't give a good view. But man, you get that front suspension view on the sprint cars. You really see the bounce on the shocks, everything like that, and it's fun to watch that wheel just turn kind of all over the place. Because like I said, these 410s, they're crazy. They are wicked fast.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're actually on board with JD Brown right now, looking at from the back of the seat out the back of the car, and you see how much of a distance he actually has over Skylar Brown. And JD Brown has put in some fantastic laps here in the closing stages of this one. As the checkered flag comes out, JD Brown gets the win ahead of Skylar Brown in second, John Lopresto third, Donovan Ross fourth. Fifth is going to be Marty Barnes. Sixth will go to Dustin Hall. and Devin Thompson will come home in position number 7. Those 7 drivers, they will continue on to tonight's main event here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And we find our final 7 cars to come through the B main into the back of the main event. Of course, these will start from position, what have we got, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, and 23. I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know if that's my cat or a magpie. I think it's a magpie outside. It's a bird. And I'm sure my cat's going to go absolutely nuts. Meow, meow, meow. All right, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, starting on the pole, we got 41 of Logan Rumsey. In second, the number 1 machine of Mason Hannigan. In third, the 08 of Jacob Prilliman. And fourth, we got Justin Zapp. In fifth, we've got Ludovic Busen. And seventh, Chad Prescott. Eighth in the 115, Tanner Folds. Ninth, the 18 of Bryson Daffron. And 10th, the 49 machine of David Heilman. And 12th, we've got Hayden Carwell driving the 24. 13th behind him, we got 72, Kyle Moonen. And 14th, bringing up the pack in the 23, Justin Stoles.
All right, so Jason Stevenson, Tanner Tomasi, and Bryson Mays. 3 cars are scratched for the rest of the evening. So you put 12 cars on the racetrack, 7 go through. It's still going to be a fight to find out which 7 drivers will in fact make the show.
Absolutely, and watching Hayden Cardwell come from 12th, I think he is definitely one that can fight his way into that. I know Chad Prescott wants to see his way into it this week, and we've got a lot of other guys here that Tanner doesn't want to fold.
All right, we're going to go there. It's taken a while. Maybe we should have gone to the moon and back. Yeah, I went there. It was a long space trip. The yellow flag is gonna fly. I'm just trying to think who that was. The 72 Kyle Moon. Maybe he tried to go to the moon and back.
So, hey, with these 410 sprints, if you get the right angle and you hit the right thing, you will go to the moon and back. That is the truest statement I've ever seen. I guess heard, not seen. But I would like to give a little shout out myself there. Hop over to YouTube if you would, just for a moment, because I get a big whopping bonus. I get Steve's paycheck tonight. If we can get Brett and UDTV up, let's get him 50 likes tonight on YouTube. So, like I said, I get Steve's paycheck for tonight if I get 50 likes to Brett on the UDTV YouTube page for me being a special guest. So if you're tuning in because of me by chance, I love that. Thank you so much. Hop over to the UDTV page. Give them a subscribe. I want to say a like because I'm used to Facebook. Give them a subscribe. And when you're at it, give the guys over at the World of Thunder. They do a great job. Steve's a fantastic guy. He's a very funny, very entertaining guy. You will hear him announce with Brett. And they do a great job, and this is a fantastic league to watch, and I really enjoy watching it week in and week out here.
All right, here we go. It is B main number 2, the restart. Out in effect, Logan Rumsey driving the number 41 machine. Will bring the field down the front straightaway, 2, 3, nearly 3 wide. Oh, car getting sideways. It's Prilliman in the 08 machine, the GoMoney.com, number 21 of Boosen back sideways there as well. Carbo, look at him run the bottom side, but look at David Harleman. He is looking on the outside. He's trying to get around the outside. I think it's Bryson Daffin in the 18. It is, as Harleman looks low back through the middle, I should say. Look at Carbo just back the car in there and almost get into the left rear of Justin Zappers. Harleman, he's got that top side working. If I'm Hayden Cardwell right now, I'm just going to follow that 49 through the field because he's pretty much a bulldozer. If you're in his way, he'll move you.
Well, hey, sometimes that's the way you got to play. And I'll tell you what, if there's anybody that puts drive like you stole it to a true statement, It is Hayden Cardwell. I got to give that guy some credit because he drives like he stole it every week and up on that high line right by the wall every time. I applaud, sir.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a 410 wing sprint car, UMP, or a late model. He just gets up on the wheel and he gets after it, as does that 49 driver, David Harleman. Meanwhile, battle on for the race lead, Mason Hannigan and Logan Rumsey. It's now a 2-car battle. It's about to be a 3-car battle, and we've only got 3 laps left to run here, Tommy. And look at this. Here we go. Top, bottom, and middle has all been utilised, but now they all fight for the bottom. It makes no sense.
Well, I didn't think there was room to take on the bottom, but David obviously did. And he goes by the old Senna saying, hey, if you're not going to take that spot, then you shouldn't be racing anymore. So he went for it. Gotta love it. He kept it clean, and that's what these guys over here at the World of Thunder do.
White flag is out, final time, and it's still a 3-car battle, nearly a 3-wide battle, 3, 1 and 2. Harleman's got the run down the back straight away for the final time. Look at Cardwell! Holy, absolutely smokes! Harleman gets the win. Second, I don't know whether we're going to wait for the ATVO. Cardwell, he snuck ahead of Logan Rumsey. He was 4th going down into turn number 3.
He drove it like he stole it across the line. That is incredible. Congrats, sir. You deserved the spot tonight.
I want to say holy Brown, but man, that was unbelievable. Oh, holy JD Brown. Let's all right, we're going to drag us down in here, and we are going to grant myself some torque power. We are going to go. What do we got? 6 cars.
6 cars.
All right, let's go. Let's go. We're ready.
All right, car number 00, heat race number 1, winner Kendall Tucker.
Position 2.
Heat race number 2, winner car number 12, Alex Bergeron.
Position 5. Sorry, Alex. He doesn't even listen. Whatever.
Heat race number 3, winner car number 91, Ernie Williams Jr.
Position 3.
Heat race number 1, second place, car number 42, Jordan Casey.
Pole position.
Heat race number 2, second place, car number 269, James Grace.
Position 4.
Heat race number 2, Peyton Grimes.
It's Peyton Grease, but position 6.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck. All right, there we go. Well, we know who starts where due to the redraw. Bergeron, forgot where he started. What, he was in heat number 2, didn't he?
I believe so.
So he starts 5. But I mean, let's take away from the fact that what he did in that heat race, the way that he was able to roll the bottom side, I wouldn't be surprised if he stays down there, for the entire feature event and gets something happening.
Absolutely. Muscle memory is a huge thing in racing. It's something I've really come to notice. So you get on those points, you really want to hit your marks, and part of that is running that same line you've been running, what you feel comfortable with. And like you said, he seems like one of those drivers that's really been comfortable on that low line tonight, one of the few. So I do think he can ride that out. But I'll tell you what, I didn't think anybody could catch Ernie Williams at the beginning. But after that last one, watch out. If you give Cardwell the upper end of that track, good luck. He's going to sail right by you, I think.
Yeah, he's going to be one to keep an eye on, that's for sure, coming through the field along with the 49 of David Harleman. But of course, before we go and get set into tonight's main event, of course, we're going to give a shout out to the World of Thunder iRacing League for putting these events on every Sunday night. They, of course, are on Monday nights and Wednesday nights as well. So you can keep up to date with all their schedules, rules, standings, and anything like that. Go to www.wotrl.com. Of course, don't forget to head over to their Facebook page, give them a like and a follow. And of course, dirtfan.com as well. Go to dirtfan.com or dirtfan.com on Facebook. And a big thanks to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. Tommy, how can people find out about the podcast?
can search on Facebook for Checkers and Wreckers, or you could go to the lovely World Wide Web, www.bwsports1.com.
All right, it's time for tonight's 30-lap main event here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte for your World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com 410 Winged Sprint Cars. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. A reminder, our first 6 positions will be for the drivers in the redraw. So those drivers in the redraw: Kendall Tucker, Alex Bergeron, Ernie Williams Jr., Jordan Casey, James Grace, and Peyton Grease. Starting position 7th, and the rest of the field on back is correct. Chris Fisher will start position 7. Harry Stewart out of position number 8. Brendan Lacey lines up out of position 10. Out of 9. 10th is going to be J.D. Brown. David Hardiman in 11th, Skylar Brown in 12th, Hayden Cardwell 13th, John LaPresto 14th, Logan Rumsey 15th, Donovan Ross 16th, Mason Hannigan 17th, 18th is Marty Barnes, 19th, Shad Prescott, Dustin Hall in 20th, Bryson Daffin 21st, 22nd, Devin Thompson, Kyle Moonen in 23rd. I believe the top 6 are like this: Jordan Casey, Kendall Tucker, Ernie Williams Jr., James Grace, Alex Bergeron, and Peyton Grease. Who do you think, Tommy, will get the win here tonight in round number 3?
Well, it's hard not to go with somebody out of those that top one, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go with Ernie Williams. My original gut, I was gonna go with Cardwell, but I just think he's got a lot to come up with. And just don't know if he's going to have the time to do it. We'll have to see how clean this race stays.
I'm stuck between 2 drivers at the moment. I'm stuck between Bergeron, just because he's so good on the bottom, or I'm stuck behind David Heilemann. I know he's got the pace to get it done, but from position 11th, I don't know. I'm starting to flip a coin.
Yeah, like I said, coming back like he's back there with Cardwell and things like that. It's hard to make that track up, but if really you could have a string or one wreck that takes out a good amount of those guys in front of you, or you could have a string of yellows that allows you to progress up through the field like these guys have shown before. So,
screw it. I'm going to go with Bergeron. I'm taking the leap of faith, and I'm going to go with him. So as the field makes their way out of turn number 4, and they've just been given the signal to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports. And Tommy, we've already seen it twice tonight, but for a third time, and well, I think these sprint car drivers might need a bit of help in getting us into a 4-wide salute, because I'm not going to lie, it's as much as, like, it is hard to do sometimes, because especially the guys on the inside of those 2 rows, you've got to keep looking inside, outside, just to make sure that, you know, you're staying with the cars alongside you. But for the first 3-4 wide rows anyway, it's looking not too bad.
No, and it's something that just looks so good, and there's really no other dirt car I think that looks better in a 4-wide stance than these sprint cars do.
Yeah, these drivers I think might need a little bit of practice when it comes to the 4-wide salute, but you do what you do, and you are whatever you're being dealt with, that's what you got to come up with. But as the field will break away from the formation, Kendall Tucker, Jordan Casey, we've seen those 2 drivers battle it out in heat number 1, I think it was. Now they start on the front row of the feature event. What are you expecting to see from those 2 drivers throughout this 30-lapper?
Well, that's the thing is those 2 are just going to get off like the old RC cars of the past, the slot cars. I don't know if you ever played with those back in the day, but that's what they look like in those heat races. They got on it and they got out in front for a while, so it's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, I'm still banking on Ernie coming back out of 4th here, but I'll be watching to see what he can do.
All right, we are not going to go green this time, Bob. We will wait one more lap. So you see 35 on the board. We did say that it is a 30-lap main event, so this is technically going to complete 4 laps of the 35. So we are going to go green flag racing. This time by the field is in the hands of a D1RT member driving car number 38, Jordan Casey. Alongside him, the Swindell Speed Lab 00 machine. Kendall Tucker starts position 2. Ernie Williams Jr. in the Black Diamond Motorsports. Number 91 machine starts position 3. It's time to get dirty for 30. We are green here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Our main event is underway as we rocket down into turn number 1 and 2. Williams slides up in front of Tucker. Tucker comes back underneath Williams down the back straightaway. Here comes Alex Bergeron. I told you to keep an eye on him, and I told you he was good at running the bottom side. He goes from 5th to 2nd in 1 lap, and Tommy, the number 12 ABR, is on a rail right now.
Absolutely, and Tucker didn't get the start he wanted, that's for sure, but I'll tell you, Ernie Williams Jr., he's not as fast as your guy out there, but watch out for him. He's running a clean line up there, up top, and really staying steady, which is a good thing. He's going to keep that speed up, and he's really good out of the exits right now. Hopefully, he can keep that up and make it a race here within these top 3, because it looks like the top 3 are just kind of taking off with it now. They're going to battle it out with themselves, but we got a yellow flag.
Probably a timely yellow for the driver, the number 38 machine, Jordan Casey. He kind of got hung up in the wall there in the center of 1 and 2. And, well, although this race had stayed green just then, I get the feeling that Casey might have gone from 3rd to 1st because, I mean, Tucker's pretty good on the top side. And Alex Bergeron, I said it pre-race before the main event, during the warm-up session, I said it in the race war and the race prior to that one as well, a couple of races prior to that one. The last time that we were here, we went 30 laps flag to flag. I'm pretty sure it was 30 laps flag to flag. Bergeron was so good on the bottom side. Again, he's just got the ability just to keep his car on the bottom side, maintain his speed and not spin those tires. And that is so crucial in a main event like this, especially with how slick this racetrack is.
Absolutely. Not only how slick the racetrack is, but the level of competition we have here with the drivers. These guys are fast, and they're not going to make the mistakes. So it's not like you're going to be able to capitalize on a lot of mistakes made up front with the spinning of the tires, anything like that on a restart.
All right, so we are waiting for the lights on the iRacing.com pace truck to turn off. They should turn off this time by, and we will get the Wonder Green signal. There we go. Lights are off the field. It will stack up into rows of 2 by 2, 7 down, 23 to run. Now this gets really interesting here, Tommy, because Casey was on the top side. He now restarts on the bottom. Bergeron was on the bottom. He restarts on the top. Tucker was on the top. He restarts on the bottom. How does this play out? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go back to green flag action. Jordan Casey getting set to lead us off turn number 4. He waits till he can find the moisture on the exit of turn number 4 and the green flag flies. And look at Tucker. Bergeron straight to the top shelf. Tucker with a slide job. Ernie Williams Jr. right through the middle of the racetrack, nearly 2 and 3 wide. Down your back straightaway. Williams, does he stay low with Bergeron? Yes, he does. Up on the inside. Williams has got to run. But here comes Kendall Tucker for the race lead with a slide job into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Jordan Casey around the outside. Balls of steel.
Yes, it was, and that leads to another yellow flag. But, man, this is going to be an exciting race here for this lead. I know these guys aren't going to they don't want one lap to go by with the guy in front of them. They want to be the leader the most of this race. So it's not like you're going to see them just hand it off. These guys are definitely racing, and it's going to be hard, fast.
Well, we've seen Tucker making his intentions very clear. He wants that lead. He's not afraid to throw that slide job, whether he's 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths back. If he feels like he's got the speed to throw the slider and clear it, and we know Jordan Casey, we know he's not going to back. He's not one to back down from a challenge. Again, more of a sort of a late model UMP kind of driver, trying his hand again in these 410 wing sprint cars, and he finds himself up near the front, and he's not afraid, to show that he can hang with some of the best in the business.
Absolutely, and don't blink right now, but if you look back in 6th, Hayden Cardwell is making his way through the field, and he's behind Shyler Brown. And I'll tell you what, these two, they've shown the speed tonight, and these cars, they've run very well on the top side. So it'll be fun to watch these two get at it out of the 2nd and 3rd row here.
Well, we are set for an exciting restart once again. 18 laps to go. Bergeron back to 5th after being 2nd on the last restart. And Well, it just goes to show you that he wasn't all that comfortable on the top side, Tommy. Now he goes from second back to fifth. How is he going to play out in this one? Green flag set to fly. Jordan Casey will keep an eye on Kendall Tucker. Skylar Brown up to fourth as well. Remember, those Brown and Cardwell both come from the B main, so again, they were in the mid-pack, and, well, we go back to the race lead because here comes Kendall Tucker, and look at Bergeron. Bergeron back to the inside as well. Tucker with a slide job on Casey. Casey comes back underneath him down into turn number 1 and 2. Bergeron stays down low. Casey with a slider on Tucker. Tucker crosses underneath. Brown on the outside of Williams. And Williams on the outside. 3, nearly 4 wide through turn number 3 and 4. And Casey, he has now been pressured. Look at the 3 wide behind him. Bergeron, Williams and Brown. And here comes Brown up around the outside of Ernie Williams Jr. Williams doing a nice job through the middle. He cuts down to the bottom of the racetrack. Shuts the door on Bergeron. Bergeron trying to force the issue. Trying to jam that door wide open once again. Oh, Williams into the back of Brown. Here comes Cardwell. Yellow is out.
I can't imagine running 3 wide in 410 sprints around the dirt track at Charlotte. I know that guy in the middle, he is white-knuckled like none other, and I just can't get over it. I mean, these guys are racing clean. If you want to see some good racing week in, week out, check out the World of Thunder Race League.
I think it's more so the action in the back of the pack that is hurting these guys up front, because you look at these top 5, Tucker, Casey, Brown, Williams and Bergeron. Yeah, you know what? We'll throw in Grease and Hayden Cardwell as well. So your 7 drivers that are at the front of this pack, slide jobs, 2 wide, 3 wide, on a track that is this slick. I almost said this, well, I didn't want to get racist, but it is black. But it's just the throttle control that all these drivers have, and the way that they do it, they're able to keep their speed up and keep their cars off of one another. It's something that you've really got to admire, Tommy.
Especially in these 410s, I can't stress that enough. These are one that just the lightest touch of the pedal. We spoke about that with the UMPs, and these aren't much easier themselves. So,
all right, the lights still flashing here on yourracing.com page truck that will go out this time by as the field will go into turn number 3 and 4. Just to recap and how they restart now. I wonder if we're going to go single file from here on out. Kendall Tucker, Jordan Casey, and Skylar Brown in 3rd. 4th is Ernie Williams Jr. 5th, Alex Bergeron. Peyton Grease in 6th. 7th, Hayden Cardwell. JD Brown in 8th. Mason Hannigan 9th. Harry Stewart rounds out the top 10. As yes, we are going to stay single file for this restart. So lights are out. 11 laps to go. Tommy, if we get the 11 laps in, who's going to win?
If we got 11 clean laps right now, I'm going to say Jordan Casey's got the car to take it.
Ooh, very bold prediction. I want to say Tucker, but I get the feeling that Skylar Brown might have something for these drivers. But green flag is out. He comes from the top to the bottom, gets the grip on the exit of turn number 4. Here goes Casey with a slide job. Tucker almost got into the back of him there. He was right off the gas, and Brown, Williams, and Bergeron, they were 3 wide through 1 and 2 on that restart. Brown slides up in front of Casey. Casey turns it underneath him. Casey gets to the top shelf. Casey 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Tucker and Brown on the cushion. Bergeron down low. Again, this battle up front right now, it is heating up. Here comes Casey with a slide job on Tucker. Tucker back underneath. Casey almost gets into the right rear of Kendall Tucker. Oh, Cardwell and Brown come together. Cardwell turns it underneath him. Cardwell looking for 3rd position right now. He gets to the top side through turn number 3 and 4. Top 3 run the top side, and Bergeron runs the bottom side. Bergeron back into 3rd. He looks for 2nd down into 1 and 2.
And Cardwell is making his move, and he's saying 2 words while he's doing it, and that is
choo-choo. I knew it was coming. I had to get in on the action of the 3-car battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Casey somewhat looks like he might be holding up Hayden Cardwell as here comes Bergeron. They made contact down the back straightaway going into turn number 3. Cardwell around the outside of Bergeron. Hayden Cardwell from about 13th up to position number 2. And Bergeron, Casey down low. Williams up top along with Skylar Brown. It is all happening. 5 to go this time by Williams. Picks up the front wheels.
Absolutely, and Cardwell's been making his move up, but the only thing I wonder now is that they raced so hard back there for the second, third, and fourth place spot that they let Kendall Tucker get away from it. And did they let too much time kind of go off the clock here?
No way.
You think Hayden Cardwell?
Cardwell is coming. Cardwell is coming. I guarantee it. The last 2 laps, he's picked up nearly 4/10 of a second on the drive of the 00, the Swindell Speed Lab entry. Cardwell is a rocket right now. He is making his moves on the top side. He's already, yellow is out. Oh boy. A green-white checker to finish this one. It ain't over until the fat lady sings.
Choo choo.
Oh, that wasn't a fat lady, but we'll go choo choo.
Choo choo. Wow, this is a one for the record books right here. This has been fun to watch. I can't say that enough. And boy, if I call a checker, I'm gonna get so excited myself. Hayden Cardwell's really been pulling through this field. He has shown that he is one heck of a driver and really putting it out there for the world of Thunder.
Now, here's a scenario. Just keep this in mind when this happens, because it's going to happen. Cardwell and Tucker, they're going to throw sliders on each other. But what that is going to do is that's going to bring Bergeron back into the picture, run on the bottom side. When are we going to have a 3-wide battle off turn 4 to the finish?
Absolutely, because Kendall Tucker and Hayden Cardwell have both been running that high line. And like you said, Bergeron has been very fancy in that shelf there. So I think, I hate to say it, I'd like to see Hayden do it, but I think it does favor Bergeron right now because he can run that low line.
Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck. We are green flag action this time by a green, a white, and a checker. Hopefully they are the next 3 flags that we're going to see. I guarantee we see one of them. I guarantee we see a green first up. Hopefully we can get the white flag in just a couple of laps time. Here we go. Green flag is out. The field off turn number 4. Bergeron stayed glued to the bottom side. Tucker and Caldwell straight to the top shelf in turn number 1 and 2. Bergeron stays low. Jordan Casey on the top side as well. Down your back straight away for the penultimate time. In comes Bergeron. Here comes David. Is that David Harleman? Yes, it is. Harleman puts the slider on Casey, but they get the white flag. 1 to run. Tucker and Cardwell nose to tail out of turn number 2. Down your back straight away for the final time. Slide job for the race lead. Kendall Tucker, Jordan Casey. Oh boy! Hayden Cardwell wins. Oh, there was contact off turn 4. And at the line, Hayden Cardwell gets the win ahead of Alex Bergeron. Kendall Tucker holds on for 3rd. Jordan Casey 4th. David Harleman 5th. Skylar Brown, Pates and Grease, Mason Hannigan, JD Brown, Dustin Hall, your top 10. Kyle Moon and Harry Stewart. Marty Barnes, Donovan Ross, Ernie Williams Jr., Shad Prescott, John LaPresto, Brennan Lacey, Bryson Daffin, Chris Fisher, Logan Rumsey, James Grace, Devin Thompson. I need about 17 bottles of water after that one.
Hayden Butcher Knife Cardwell. That's what I'm going to call him because he just carved through that field. That is for sure.
Oh my God. We are going to chat to our top 3 here in just a moment. We do need to get all 3 of these drivers in the waiting room, and I believe they're all here. As we are
going to have to give Brett a moment too.
I'm still trying to catch my breath while doing this.
That was a great race right there.
Man, that was unbelievable. Like, not just those last couple of laps, but from start to finish, it was just all going on. And well, let's go down trackside right now. We are standing by with your winner. He has completed a podium sweep here tonight, driving car number 7. He gets it done from position number 13. The carver, the slicer, Hayden Cardwell. Talk about that one. How you feeling?
Whoa!
I'm buggered.
Man, 13th of first. What can you say, man?
It was always going to happen between you and Tucker, and I actually thought that it was actually going to bring Bergeron back into the picture in those final couple of laps. When you went for that slider, what was going through your mind? Because we've seen you do those sliders before and go from 3rd to 1st into 360 at Lanier and pull off the win. What was going through your mind there on those final couple of laps?
You know, I definitely, felt like we had one of the fastest cars out there. Whenever I got the second, I thought I was slowly reeling in Kendall, and then when we got that caution, I was kind of happy there, and then he kind of pulled off a little bit there in the first lap or two, and then I sucked up to him pretty fast, and I knew I was on this bumper, I was gonna have to try something, and I tried to put him in like a tricky spot there, and I didn't leave much room at all, but I was thinking that he would have crossed under, but he tried to stick it where there wasn't much room, and I wasn't gonna give it, so we did what we had to do.
Starting from 13th, did you think in your wildest dreams that tonight you were going to have the car speed to get to the front and win it in this 30 lap? Considering that how slick this track was, you really had to go high, bottom, through the middle, pretty much cover every bit of this clayway to get to the front. Did you think you had the car to win tonight?
Oh, definitely not. When we was in warm-up, we were terrible, and we just made it last second. We actually went back to the setup that we ran at Lanier that first week, and the thing's proven to be fast, so we just went to it and kind of rode there, and then I could definitely feel that it was coming in good, so I just hoped for the cautions would fall at the right time, and it did.
Well, that they did, and you come away victorious here tonight, and you make it third in the Super Late Models, second in the UMPs, and now you get the win in the Sprint Car. So you complete the podium sweep here tonight. Congratulations on all, and pretty much a successful night over those three classes. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate, but before we do, of course, we'll need to let you thank some people and some sponsors.
Oh yeah, I can't thank everybody at DNRT. They do more than enough. Can't thank Steve McMillan for all he does for me. I've said it in my last interviews. He does enough. Glad to be able to park this thing in victory lane for the second time in this series. We'll see how points work out, and we're gonna give a shout out to a couple guys here. Can't thank Bryson Dafford, Dustin Hall, Jordan Casey, J.D. Brown, and Shad Prescott. We all turned some riches on this thing tonight, and ended up working out.
All right, there we go. Hayden Carwell victorious here tonight from the 410 Wing Sprint Cars here at the dirt track at Shell. We'll throw it over to Tommy, who's standing by with our second place runner tonight, driving car number 12 of Alex Bergeron.
Alex, you showed a fantastic race today, and you seemed to really be the only guy that was running that low line, kind of run us through that race and that low line, because you seem to be the master of the shelf.
Yeah, we made a car run the bottom here tonight. We were trying to do something here for the bottom and see how Charlotte would end out here tonight. But the line on the bottom ran out. It kind of went away, and the top line was dominant there. With how many yells we had tonight, it was tough to hold the pace and be steady there. So we were running the moisture down there, and we were fast off the straightaways, and yeah, I mean, if these guys would have battled a little bit more up front, maybe we would have got a chance, but we should have really went to high side setup tonight and make sure the car was able to run up there. Or maybe, having the bottom to be a bit quicker or stay longer, I should say, would have been a good show, because we were almost running first there in the first, I guess, 5 laps. Car was absolutely awesome with how much there was moisture down there, but once it went away, we lost it all.
I got you. So it was more of just the degrade of the track there that really took it down and kind of took it away from you there at the end, because like I said, you were driving the wheels off of that thing, and you seemed to be the only one that could really master that shelf. But kind of take us through that, I think it was the second to last restart where you were up in, I want to say second or third, but you dropped back to 7th. Then we saw you carve through using that low line, though. So, I mean, was it the moisture down on the low line that allowed you to do that, and everybody else having that outside setup?
Yeah, that second to last restart there, the car got very loose out of 2, I think, and either out of 2 out of 4, and almost clipped the Uke tire there. So I had to back off of it, and that's where we fell, I think 5th or 6th, not 7th. But we were a bit further than where we were. So I just ran the bottom like I did the whole race, and these guys were just battling, and that's why you got to be on your game to have the best laps you can on the top to be as fast as the guys on the bottom. And if you miss the top side there, you just you get slower. So I would just hit the bottom right, and I would be quicker than these guys up top. So that's why we got back to 3rd and 2nd where we were. So second place right now is good.
Well, you did a fantastic job, and right now is the time to thank anybody that you'd like to, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I got to thank Team ABR, my old crew, Jason Nygaard, my girlfriend. I thank all the partners we have here at Team ABR, CSI Chalks, BK Designs, Meyer Inc., and everybody else who supports us and help us out. All the fans out there for tuning in and watching, supporting us, and for watching the races. Got to thank my dad also for watching. You guys for broadcasting at Ultimate Dirt DV, always doing an absolutely awesome job, and Will Thunder for putting the leagues up.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, sir, and I look forward to watching you a little more in the season.
Thank you.
Wow, what a race, Tommy. I mean, I don't even know where to begin to break this one down, but how good was this racetrack here tonight? Yeah, it was slick from top to bottom, but you put those probably 7 or 8 cars that were out in front. How many times did we see those guys go 2, 3 wide action, slide job city? I mean, what more could you ask for in a dirt sprint car race?
Absolutely. No, you said it the best there. Slide Job City. That was a fantastic run, and I really did think that it favored Bergeron there come the end. But like he said, that track just kind of took away from him at the bottom, and those guys didn't really fight for it too much until the very end where he tried to stick it where there was no room, like Hayden said. And the thief, the butcher, whatever you want to call him, he drove like he stole it. He deserved it today.
We might have to call him Batman.
There you go.
Well, Tommy,
he came in the night, that's for sure.
yeah, certainly annihilated the competition. Well, not so much annihilated, but he stole it right at the very death, almost like a Dark Knight movie.
There you go, exactly.
All right, well, Tommy, again, another Sunday night is completed here for the World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com series of super late models, UMPs, and 410-wing sprint cars. The triple header is complete. It's been an absolute pleasure once again for you for joining me in the booth, so we thank you so very much for that. And once again, one final time before we shut things off here, where can people find out about Checkers and Wreckers?
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm still looking for that bonus, so if you would hop over to the YouTube and give the Ultimate Dirt guys a like and a follow over there, because they do a great job, guys. I appreciate you guys allowing me to come up into the booth and have a little fun with you here on Sundays. So thank you very much, and just really want to push that. And thanks to Steve for putting on the World of Thunder iRacing League. He does a great job with that. Very professional way of handling everything. And you talk about a great humor there too. So thank you guys. I want you guys to get your credit. But you can always search Checkers and Wreckers on Facebook and go to www.bwsports1.com.
All right, of course, a big shout out to World of Thunder and, of course, DirtFan.com as well. Make sure you check them out on the websites. For World of Thunder, it's WOTRL.com. And, of course, DirtFan.com. Don't forget to check out their Facebook page as well, World of Thunder iRacing League or DirtFan.com. Of course, a big shout out to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, National Oval Racing Association, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, Black Diamond Motorsports, and iRacing iFlags. You can find out all the information for our next broadcast on our website. Go to www.ultimatedirttv.com, and from there you can keep up to date with what our sponsors have got going on their social media page, but of course our website for our schedule. Sunday through to Thursday, we've got action every night of the week right here on your number one home for esports broadcasting here on the iRacing.com service. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, we thank you so very much for tuning in and spending your Sunday evening with us. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of your broadcast team tonight, Tommy from Checkers and Wreckers and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say farewell and good night from the dirt track at Charlotte.